Hello, welcome to day 4 of the job search sprint. Over the last 3 days, we've taken a close look at your mindset, your market, and your method. Today, we're going to explore your materials. Now, what do I mean by your materials? Well, the basic things that you're using to market yourself to organizations. Typically, that's pretty much right. I've got my CV and I've got my LinkedIn profile. Those are the two resources most people rely on in terms of their job search. Nothing wrong with either of those. It's just not all the tools, you're just not using all of the tools available to you. So let's look at your CV first of all. I would encourage you to take out your current CV and look at it to see whether it's telling a story of things that you used to do that you don't want to do anymore, or whether it's telling a story of things that you excel at and you really do want to do more of in the future. In my roles in recruitment, executive search, and outplacement, as well as in career coaching, I've often picked up CVs that tell me an awful lot about the past. Almost 2/3 of the CV is focused on that, and maybe only a third, or even only a quarter, is really bringing out and highlighting and focusing attention on what the person wants to do more of, regardless of whether they've seen a job or not. They are not positioning themselves, they're not talking about themselves, they're not describing themselves in the language of their desired future. Instead, they are focused on looking backwards. So for you, take that CV out and first and foremost, see whether it's looking backwards or it's looking forwards. Secondly, look at it in terms of what stories is it telling you about your career to date? What things have started to emerge? Oh, right, here's where I was happiest. I was doing these things. This is where I made most impact. This was where I really learned additional skills above and beyond what was in the role. Here was where I was praised. Here was where I gained major accolades. In doing that, you're going to start to pick up and identify, oh, right, actually, I thrive in certain roles or certain environments. Typically, when I've been working with the executives, I've been able to see that for some, they are ideal for startup situations. Come in, get everything moving, and then after a year or two, they're ready to move on and repeat that sort of experience. For others, they're turnaround specialists. Get in, fix things, review things, transform things, drive change. For others, they're growth specialists. Others, again, they are a safe pair of hands. To steady the ship, to navigate the tricky waters. Others, again, are crisis people. They've been brought in because something significant has gone on and they really needed somebody to do the crisis management. Look at your own career history. You may not be an executive, but your CV still tells a story. Think about the context in which you joined the companies. What was going on? What was happening at that time? Oh, I joined a company at a time of significant growth and acquisition, and my role contributed towards improving performance. Or I joined a company and it was quite steady and secure in its market position, but then there was a change in what was going on, and we had to adapt and transform, and I played a key part in that. Start to understand the context in which you did your role and the stories that you can tell as a consequence. Why is that important? Well, because you can take some of those stories and you can utilize them on LinkedIn to position yourself as someone with knowledge, skills, and expertise in a particular area and in a particular context. I can hear some of you already saying, oh, but watch out, I could get pigeonholed. I might only be seen as good for this. Well, funnily enough, my experience with clients has been the exact opposite. When they've staked out where they stand, what they excel at, what they're really good at, they've attracted both people interested in that and also those who are curious to say, by the way, do you also do this? Have you also got knowledge of that? And it's also been an opportunity to surface things that other people wouldn't have seen. I think of the one particular client that I was working with around developing their CV, and they said that part of their network approached them and said, oh, we know that you are really good at this. We know that you're between roles. We want you to come in and be a consultant for us. They earned a 5-figure salary for 3 or 4 months worth of consultancy, which was a nice thing to have to pop in their pocket whilst they were looking for their next permanent role. So don't be afraid to position yourself as somebody being good at something, as having stories of how good you've been and the impact you've made. Because ultimately, companies are looking for just those kinds of people. Now, we talked about your CV. I've given you a little example of what else you can do with your LinkedIn in terms of storytelling. What about other ways of raising your attention? What other materials could you be utilizing? Well, LinkedIn, for example, gives you the opportunity to have a newsletter. So you've built up your network of people, ideally people that do what you do, are interested in what you do. You've got permission on a weekly, or indeed even on a daily basis, to share a newsletter that showcases your capability, your talent, that drip feeds at every single opportunity what you excel at, what you want to do more of, how you're a problem solver, a solution generator. Why wouldn't you use that? It's more targeted. It has people opt in, not opt out. And it's being actively supported and promoted via LinkedIn as well. Why wouldn't you use that? Oh, but I don't want to write a newsletter every week. I don't do that. That's not my skill. Fine. You don't have to. But I'm letting you know there's a tool to help you. Maybe you want to make videos, short videos that address the needs of your target audience, again, to showcase how you can help them. Maybe, that's what this is. You create those. You maybe release them on TikTok or on YouTube or Vimeo, but you share opportunities for people to get to know, like, and trust you ahead of time. Wow, simple. Maybe you use a social media tool like Linktree so that you can link up your CV, which you've created in a PDF or you put up on your personal website, or link your LinkedIn account, your profile, put that there, and that short video. 3 little bits of marketing collateral that you can put out to people to engage with you. You can multiply your energy, you multiply your efforts. You might say, oh, well, that's all well and good, but actually, I don't really want to do any of that. I want to be able to meet people. I want to go to events, go to conferences. I want to go to special interest groups. Fine. Utilize those. Be visible. Be a thought leader in your chosen area. Be someone who is knowledgeable. Be a guest on podcasts. Do things to position yourself as someone to know and be known about. I know that for some of you that's uncomfortable. That's putting you outside your comfort zone. But I've got to be honest with you. If your current methods are not working in the way that you would like, consider how you can change the game, how you can shift your position to make it more effective. Make it fun. This isn't about it all being hard work. Reward yourself. What nice things can you do as a result of taking some of these actions? The key piece, though, is if you're not prepared to consider how effective your marketing materials are, because that's what they are. If your CVs are not getting you interviews, if your LinkedIn profile is not getting looked at, then you need to think about what else you can do to bring attention from your target audience to those documents and online information. Okay, thanks very much for taking part today, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. I'm going to bring it all together. Okay. Oh, just a note. On day 2, I was struggling. I had a memory blank about a particular website in terms of being able to analyze and assess the market. That website was Glassdoor. It's great for online reviews about companies. And I would really encourage you to utilize it as one tool in your toolbox to enhance your market knowledge. Most people spend more time reviewing where they're going to go on holiday or what they're going to buy from Amazon than they do reviewing companies and whether they may or may not be suitable ones to join. Glassdoor provides an in-depth range of reviews. Of course, as with any review, you may need to take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt. However, you can be forewarned before you put your application into companies, or use it as a platform to then go and make further inquiries to do your due diligence. Okay. Thanks once again for your time today. Look forward to bringing it all together tomorrow. For now, if you've got any questions, as I've said before, email me at amechi, AMECHI, at yourcareermatters.co.uk. Take care. Until next time.